welcome to SteampunkFerret Presents, and tonight I think I'm going to cover some insane parents because I've seen some crazy stories here posted recently, and I haven't specifically covered r/insane parents yet, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Are we ready for the madness? Starting with a winner here. The no smoking with kids in the car law is ridiculous. Look at them standing out there in the rain. This one's looking like it might be a doozy. Our kids hit us, don't have teeth, and refuse to eat anything without sugar. Can't wait to have a fourth! We have been unschooling. What the hell is unschooling? Anyway, we have been unschooling for going on 5 years now. With that said, my older two, 10 and 11 years old, have completely stopped trying to learn anything. I also have a 5-year-old, and so far, he's been doing great learning things on his own, but my older two just stopped progressing altogether. They don't help clean at all, they won't do anything to further their education or knowledge, and have fallen far behind their peers in most aspects, when they have been advanced 5 years ago. I'm due with my fourth, God help us, I'm due with my fourth in February, and have tried to convey that I will need their help once the new sibling comes. And also try to explain the importance of them becoming independent and furthering their knowledge of whatever interests them. But all they seem to do is play, which I have no issues with at all, video games, which causes a lot of frustration on my 5 and 10-year-olds' part, because when they don't succeed, they have full-on meltdowns that includes hurting themselves and destroying things. My 5-year-old has started hitting all of us and screaming when things don't go his way, despite us never using physical punishment of any kind, and explaining how much it hurts us when he hits or screams at us. My boys are severely underweight because they refuse to eat most of the time unless it's covered in sugar. They would rather starve than eat any food I make or suggest. All 3 of my kids have had most of their teeth either pulled or needed fillings because their teeth are rotting from not eating enough, eating too much sugar, and not brushing often enough. I work part-time and my husband is currently working 2 jobs. When my kids are at my parents' house when I work, they eat and behave, according to my parents. But my parents also ask they do homework at their house because they don't believe in unschooling and prefer we homeschool with curriculum, etc. Okay, what the heck is this unschooling thing? Are they refusing, not forcing their kids to have any kind of schooling? Is that what that is? I don't understand. Unschooling? If this is an example, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It doesn't seem to be working. Anyway, my parents also ask they do homework at their house because they don't believe in unschooling, prefer we homeschool with curriculum, etc. It's been extremely difficult emotionally, and I'm worried what might happen when baby comes if we can't get everyone in the same book, let alone on the same page in my house. My husband is becoming very upset with our kids' lack of caring about their health or want to further their education, despite weekly trips to the library for them to get whatever books and videos they want. I'm not sure what this post is for other than needing some advice and reassurance my kids won't end up unable to take care of themselves as adults. We have endless resources for them to peruse whatever their interests may be, but if I left them to do as they please every day, it would be a non-stop YouTube marathon of my kids watching other families enjoy their lives or play video games. Holy shit, woman. I don't know what unschooling is, but no. This is, what? Holy crap. And you can't wait for your fourth. Good luck to everybody involved. This subreddit is a doozy. It's a doozy. As a mother and woman who has sex, like you do, I got my son circumcised because it was my choice as his mother. I've had sex with uncircumcised guys and prefer circumcised. I also know a majority of women like myself don't like tube socks, LOL. What a creepy thing to... I'm creeped out. My mom demanded to know what I'd been getting up to one weekend and asked if I'd been out kissing boys. I'm 43 years old. I shared this one in a TikTok video and it still just pisses me off. So I'm going to share it again here. Am I the asshole for forcing my son out of his first relationship because his girlfriend is overweight? I grew up in a very strict family where we were all on strict diets, had a basic exercise routine, and were active at least 2 hours a day. My wife and I have decided to enforce those rules on our kids. It has been that way ever since they were born. My son is 14 years old, and my 2 daughters are 7 and 8. Of course, I let our kids have their free time, but they seem to not have a problem with our daily routine to stay in shape. My son recently got his very first girlfriend. I have told him before that he needs a healthy girl to be his partner. I completely understand that he loves her, and I want my son to be happy, but he is completely going against our rules and how our family functions. I truly do want my son to be happy, but health is the number one most important thing to us. I was afraid that his girlfriend's body weight would encourage the same negative behavior onto our son, so I ended their relationship. I do kind of feel bad, but at the same time, he broke the rules of our family. I cannot tolerate something like that. So tell me, Reddit, am I the asshole? Yes. Yes, you are. Holy shit. My 21-year-old son just came to me and told me he is gay, along with my nephew. Because of my toilet sitting, Google, mommy research, winky face. Shout out to all we awake and educated moms. I know that heavy metals in the brain from vaccines and the environment play a huge part in this behavior. This is not up for debate with me, trolls. My nephew's mother is a doctor, and she is going to do the chelation detox on her son as well as mine. Looking for any info of dosages, side effects, doctors that perform this who can be contacted, mom's experiences. We've received info from the pharmacy and saw some from the FDA and are looking for more. Love this group. Holy crap. Just a real quick note here. This is like the next day and I'm editing this, and I decided to go back and look up what chelation detox is. The first thing that pops up, let's see here. What is chelation therapy and why is it so dangerous? It's based on a process of chelation in which chemicals are used to remove heavy metals and other substances from the body. It's considered a fad treatment with real risks. And it's not a laughing matter. And the fact that this mom is like on a Facebook group asking for advice on chelation therapy is just absolutely batshit crazy. Okay, mid-episode rant over. Back to the weirdness. Why does the doctor's office always ask they're doing you a favor? Huh? I pay them money to provide a service. Why do they always ask like they're doing me a favor by seeing my sick kids same day or filing out a school health form? I think that's supposed to say filling out a school health form. Related question. How do you find out who to complain to when you have an issue with the practice? Is there a practice manager? Top comment. By any chance, is your name Karen? Oh, man. I feel really bad for everybody out there that's actually named Karen. That's a really nice person. I'm so sorry. And ending this round, Wilsonville mom loses bid to treat 13-year-old's cancer with CBD instead of surgery. It probably has a lot of different uses, but there is no way in the world that if my 13-year-old had cancer that was treatable with surgery, then you could just... Would I go, you know what? I think I'm going to put some oil on it and call it a day. I don't understand how we are devolving like this. How are we devolving so rapidly? What's happening here? What's going on? I'm sorry. All right. On that note, I think I'm going to call it a day. And I'm going to go to bed and edit this tomorrow because damn, my head hurts. Maybe I should go take some CBD oil. Anyway, like my stuff, subscribe if you liked it. I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, have a good night. Bye.